Hey y'all, Glenn here. Quick note about today's show. It's a little itty bitty tiny mini episode, and we hope to start to bring you more of these things. Plus, it's reflective with our new partnership with Johnson & Wales University, the Charlotte campus. Last week on the podcast, we had Tarun Malik, who's the president of that university campus, and today we're bringing you a short discussion with Jeffrey Longo, who's at the School of Hospitality there and an associate professor, and he is going to be sharing how important it is to be a mentor and why mentoring is so critical for the students as well. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it changes your perspective on the entire mentoring business. So stick around. You're going to love that interview, and I cannot wait to share a lot more food and beverage and Johnson & Wales coverage with you via podcasts over the next year. Thanks for listening.
The idea of mentorship may not be particularly unique or brain surgery by any means, but the uniqueness of our field, I think, gives us the opportunity to formalize it in a way that's not commonly happening at the university level. Within the SEE industry specifically, you've got a really attractive field that generates a lot of interest from bright young people willing to put in the work, and those in the industry have no need to really hire out of an hour-long interview. Hour-long interview process, you can always certainly get fooled. Going back to when I was running the marketing department for the New Jersey Devils, I received 100 to 150 resumes per week for jobs that we didn't post. So people were sending in, I want to be a marketing assistant, those type of things, for jobs that we didn't list anywhere. And really because of how internships are structured in this industry, we have the ability to, provide a platform for young people to experience and learn the industry in an experiential format. And employers have a longer time to sit and evaluate skill sets, work ethics, character, and grit, so that they just don't really have to hire out of that format. But I think mentorship really goes beyond sort of the experiential education and internship platforms. I remember back 1997, my mentor provided me with an opportunity for a job interview within an organization that I couldn't have otherwise have gotten. But the funny thing is, my mentor, used loosely, really had no idea that he was my mentor, despite his having such a huge influence on my career. At the time, I'd applied to over 400 jobs after completing my internship, all within the hockey world at every minor and major league level. And, despite having what I thought at the time was a great resume, didn't receive any phone calls back. So my mentor, who was my mentor again because I respected him and the opportunity provided, picked up the phone and allowed me to interview for a job that, I would be making $500 a month for. So mentors certainly can grow organically, but I think there's a real need at the university level to take it beyond that and to help educational institutions and students to formalize it, even if that just happens loosely. One of the things in class I constantly find myself telling students is that, they just can't apply for jobs online and expect them to come to fruition, that they need to build relationships, maximize value, and utilize those people to help create opportunities without really having a platform to actually explain or show them what that actually means. I'm irked a lot of times by good students unable to find jobs, which certainly isn't the only measure of success from the university, but it is a way that both students and schools measure that. One of the great examples, I have a friend in the industry, Scott Grand, who teaches at Findlay University, and he's got a program where he meets with students at 5 a.m. on Friday mornings to help build relationships, provide opportunities, help them with their own personal branding, work on projects, and he refers to sort of the magic that occurs there as 5 a.m. moments. Excuse me. And 5 a.m. moments are, the opportunity to actually teach the skills required for students to not need us as faculty or help that transition into professional life. So first of all, a college student who's getting up at 5 a.m. and not getting home at 5 a.m. Gives you the raw tools for somebody who's probably willing to go ahead and do the little bit of extra things. So here at Johnson & Wales, we created an advisee program to help kind of specifically do that. So here students are paired on a one-on-one basis with somebody working in the SEE industry, and in a non-prescriptive way. We don't necessarily tell them they need to meet once a week or once a month, but it's a goal of establishing a one-on-one relationship designed to help them learn, connect, seek and provide guidance, certainly a two-way street there, and develop relationships. So one of the things I think at Johnson & Wales that we have that is not the case at many universities, one of the things that's a little bit unique to us is the industry experience of our staff, whether that's at the major, minor league, or college level in sports, or with some of the various agencies, brands, etc. So those personalized relationships were easy for us to connect our best students with people, whether they're with sports properties, with GMR, with Octagon, Quint, or brands like Coca-Cola, Belk, etc., and really help them create those relationships that will later lead into internships and that type of thing. Probably one of the best examples of this is Chris McClure from East Coast Entertainment. He had a student that he was later paired with through this program and had provided some access to work a local event. And whether or not that student, simply was the best there at carrying cases of water bottles than the next person, she was able to turn it into an opportunity that later gave her a chance to travel with Chris to Charleston, Nashville, San Diego, and Hawaii to work with huge artists like Justin Timberlake, Pitbull, etc. And again, the initiative had to be taken on her part to get out and work that first event, but the program allowed us to foster it, develop it, and recognize it and expand it beyond that. So I think there's a real need for universities and students alike, and really a lot of this is championed from the professors themselves to help expand on that knowledge and provide those tools, but to do it in a more formalized way that the university can build and continue to grow over years as students come and go through the program.